Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the LaxAllStars North American Invitational here in the beautiful Onondaga Nation Fieldhouse. I am Steven Stamp. I am joined by Tom Scavetta, and it has been an exciting weekend of lacrosse, and we are getting down to the short strokes, the final few holes, as it were. The semifinals are underway. The last one, the Frog Pond Maulers mauled the Casey Powell Foundation, but now the Onondaga Redhawks and Thompson Brothers Lacrosse will meet in what should be one of the great games of this weekend. Can Onondaga stay with Thompson Brothers? That's the big question.
I think this is going to be a close game, Stamper. I mean, these two teams, they have a strategy going in, and Thompson Brothers coming into this game, switching things up a little bit, particularly behind the net.
Yeah. Well, hopefully in front of the net.
In the net.
Yeah, if they put Heine Thompson behind them, they'd be in big trouble. And yeah, Heine Thompson, who did backstop them to the gold medal last year. As Warren Hill was their goalie, he had an unfortunate incident. His grandmother passed away, and he was taken out of the tournament. So Heine Thompson stepped in. He will step back in, and Vaughn Harris will win the opening draw from Devin Buckshot and get the first shot of the game. That's going to go up into the rafters, and Onondaga will take possession. Onondaga is wearing their black uniforms with the silver and red stripe in the middle, or the gray and red stripe. Going left to right on your screen. Going right to left, of course, the Thompson Brothers Lacrosse wearing their distinctive black with red pinstripes. There's Bill O'Brien checking hard on Troy Benedict. Pass across is a little bit too high for Cam Simpson, but it is grabbed over on the far boards. Actually, it pops out of the stick of the Onondaga player. Shot clock expires, but Thompson Brothers had just gotten it. Dane Smith over to Kyle Buchanan. A lot of right-handed talent and four righties on the floor for Thompson Brothers. There's Dane Smith to Seth Oakes, and the first goal of the game is Seth Oakes to the back of the net, and they're going to go with four righties because Heine Thompson was one of only two lefties playing on regular lefty forwards on the roster, along with Jordan Durston. So Durston is out there. I was joking before the game. I said, with no Heine, it's all you, Durston. And he's like, yeah, I'll just have to do what I can.
It's a great way to start. A couple of tries at the goal already. They even had one just moments ago, and to cash in there for Seth Oakes. Great start for the Thompson Brothers.
And Vaughn Harris wins the faceoff once again. He's hanging on to the ball. We'll pass it off to Zach Reed. Those two will now go off to the bench. Quinn Pallas and Lyle Thompson. Is that Lyle wearing number 2? That's Miles Thompson. Miles Thompson is here. Another talented righty, and he scores seconds after entering the game for the first time this weekend. I didn't even notice Miles Thompson was on the roster. He has not been here all Thursday and Friday or this morning. Well, this is their first game today, as they will have the either bronze or gold medal game later. What a start for Miles.
Well, he's here tonight, and right on cue, he finds the back of the net, and tough play there for Onondaga defensively.
The coach tonight for the Thompson Brothers is Jeremy Thompson. He is standing on the back. The Thompson Brothers, of course, ran a youth clinic this weekend. A lot of kids coming out today, outdoors, and things being run by Jeremy Thompson and Lyle. And I imagine Miles was there. Heine out there. There's Adam Yee with the ball off the faceoff. Cuts it, passes it to Cree Cathers, but it's picked up by Abrams instead. I thought it was going to Cathers at least. McCoy Abrams gets the shot. That goes up off the turf, out of play. Steve Priolo will move the ball ahead to Tyson Bell. Every name you say for this Thompson Brothers team, as that is Brett Bucktooth ripping a shot that goes up out of play, but everyone is an NLL star except Troy Lyons, who came in to play net and is now wearing the 22 of Heine Thompson and is playing as a runner. Penalty coming to the Thompson Brothers, so the goaltender is out, and Devin Buckshot will come as the sixth attacker. 10 seconds. McCoy Abrams ducks under a pick. Shoots. That one bounces off the stick of Bill O'Brien. Abrams is going to get it back. He's flattened by O'Brien, or at least knocked into the net, and it'll be a holding call on Brett Bucktooth.
Onondaga, good attack there offensively on that possession. They didn't score, but what they did was they allow themselves to get more confidence in terms of attacking the Thompson brothers.
Yeah, the thing is to not be intimidated, right? Onondaga, they play together. They know they can play. And they have picked up some players to add to this team. Made it almost like a Can-Am all-star team. I mean, Onondaga, one of the very strong teams in that league anyway. And Cree Cathers up to Peter Jacobs. There's a low shot by Simpson, but that is blocked. Dane Smith getting after Jacobs, who can't quite save it from going over and back, and Smith is going to push the pace. Short-handed, Smith will now slow things down, just step across center. Dan Rogers comes out to meet him. Kyle Buchanan, well high, throws it down to Lyle Thompson, and there's Seth Oakes with his second goal of the game. The righties are ripping it up.
Yeah, the rocket righty, you might as well call him, Seth Oakes. Just beautiful play. You can see the back of the net. Just these Thompson brothers are incredible to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a terrific collection of talent. It's 3-0, which is not the kind of start Onondaga needed. The key for them is to stay close, get their confidence, as we talked about, and battle. And the Thompson brothers at times have had some slow starts while they kind of feel things out. We're going to have too many men call. Yeah. Play's been blown down. We have a too many men call. Dane Smith is arguing that you can't blow play in if there are too many men on the floor, which is true. If there are 6 runners on the floor, 6 players on the floor, you can't start play as an official. But Bob Hollingsworth saying, I looked, I saw 5 guys, and then play was running, and I saw 6. So a power play again for Onondaga. Oh, that shot from Bucktooth just barely missing. That was Brian Bucktooth letting that one rip. It's going to be an over and back as it gets all the way back. Sorry, that was Wade Bucktooth. Tyson Bell with the ball. Buchanan will peel off.
Good hustle by the Thompson brothers, Tyson Bell in particular.
Bell will be up playing forward. He is a defender in the NLL and was in his junior career, but he has been playing forward and been doing a pretty good job of it for the Thompson brothers, and probably pressed into that more tonight. Buchanan takes a shot that goes off the shoulder of Edmund Cathers. He has been sensational for this Onondaga team.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots right now by the Thompson brothers. Look for them to continue getting opportunities.
Miles Thompson takes the ball. Quinn Pallas will come and join them as the too many men penalty ends. Pallas steps out, comes around a bit of a screen, shoots, misses the net. That's going to get up into the mesh and will be Onondaga possession. McCoy Abrams will take off with it. He's going to run all the way forward. Now a bounce pass. Gets it on the far side to Brian Bucktooth. Sorry, that's Cam Simpson. His shovel pass comes back. Give and go. Beautiful play. Simpson runs it to perfection. Great job by him. And, sorry, just checking who, I think we have had a change to the lineup for Onondaga. 51 is Corey Thompson. So he's not wearing 57 today. He's in 51 if you're watching and scoring along at home. 3-1, 4:43 to go here in the first of 3 12-minute running time periods. Only the last 2 minutes of the game will be stop time if it is within a reasonable score. Vaughn Harris pops the ball up to himself after the face-off win. Throws it to Dane Smith. Smith down to Troy Lyons. Lyons again playing out tonight. He's going to toe drag, go to the net, shoots, save by Cathers. Yes, it's a save. Nice play, though. Maybe they do have another lefty forward in Troy Lyons. Now he's getting into it a little bit. Banging around with Brian Phillips. Devin Buckshot on the far side. Comes back out to Brian Bucktooth. Sorry, Wade Bucktooth. And shot from way out. What a rip by Lee Nanticoke. Dead overhand. Right into the far corner, 3-2.
What a play. Onondaga coming right back. And they came to play. They know Thompson brothers are going to be a tough matchup, but a good release there. And Onondaga, 3-2.
And the one
Behind.
thing, I mean, you look at this, and maybe the equalizing factor is Heine Thompson. He is not a goalie. I know he played last year, but if you're thinking to yourself, Heine Thompson in net, isn't he a forward? Yes, he's a lefty forward. Was pressed into duty last year. He has done it. He's not terrible, but he's certainly not the caliber of goalie that some of these teams have in terms of his consistency and his experience at the position. Big hit by Steve Priolo. He and Matt Noble getting into it. Priolo fighting through picks. Benedict takes a whack at him, and Priolo's going to give it back. Priolo runs Benedict right off the ball. There's a pass to the man on the crease. And Tyson Bell ties him up effectively. The shot clock ends. Kyle Buchanan running ahead of Dane Smith. Going to try and open some space. There's Durston. Toe drag, spins, shoots. Saved by Cathers. Jordan Durston. When you see him walking around, you don't necessarily think he's going to be that athletic and agile because he just kind of walks along, and then you see him start running and playing, and man, that kid can move. Corey Thompson, he'll let it fly. Heine Thompson with the save. Goes off his arm and up out of play into the mesh. Onondaga retains possession. Abrams. Too high for Thompson. Is picked up by Lyle Thompson, who throws it ahead to Miles. Wide open, all alone. Shoots, save by Cathers. Big play. And McCoy Abrams will pick it up.
Great save by Cathers.
Oh, yeah. He has been so sharp in this tournament. Lyle Thompson covering Cam Simpson. Vaughn Harris up. There's Bill O'Brien picking up Abrams. Another hard shot from outside, and that one bounces off of Heine Thompson and back behind the net. There's a shot. Oh, what a save by Heine off of Cam Simpson. Bill O'Brien picks up the ball. He's banged along the boards, but spins out of traffic and makes a nice pass ahead to Vaughn Harris. Harris has Seth Oakes with him. He shoots, looking for the hat trick. He is flattened by Curtis O'Brien, who bumps him again. Yes, that is Bill O'Brien's brother. Quinn Pellis with the ball. Dan Rogers out on him. The pass is through to Lyle Thompson. Shot near side. Cathers swallows that up. And you can see the approach that the Onondaga Redhawks are trying to take. Two players are going to go off to the penalty box, but Onondaga wants to be physical. They want to show they're not intimidated. They're going to try and bang and pound on the Thompson brothers.
Yeah, they're going to try to match everything the Thompson brothers do, whether it's Tyson Bell or Miles Thompson or Seth Oakes. They're going to try to counteract it. They have guys like Cam Simpson, Troy Benedict. They're really good, skilled guys.
38 seconds to go in this first period. Little more than one possession as Devin Buckshot is going to go over to Bucktooth. That's Wade Bucktooth gets it across to the far side. Nice pass, just a little too high for McCoy Abrams. Lyle Thompson on the run. He's got Dane Smith with him. Smith is well defended, and it is picked off. 13 seconds for Onondaga to try and tie it. Little spin move by Lee Nanticoke. Passes it ahead. Almost thrown away. The jerseys are not that dissimilar. They're just both dark. But Adam Yee will check Steve Priolo. Time will run out. He still gets one last whack to Priolo. And it is 3-2 Thompson brothers over Onondaga after the quick start by the Thompsons with 3 straight goals. Onondaga has battled back.
They've done a nice job chipping away at that Thompson brothers lead. They're moving the ball around. Everybody's getting touches, and everybody's feeling a little bit more confident now with the ball in their hands. Their timing is better than the first couple of possessions that they had. They absorbed the run early on from the Thompson brothers, and that's allowed them to get back into this game.
Well, the interesting thing as you bring that point up is that so many teams stay with the Thompsons for a little while, and then the Thompsons get on a roll. And, I mean, just think of the Frog Pond Maulers, where it was tight for a while, and then the Thompsons just start to run away. Same thing with the Syracuse Stingers. They were able to play with them for a while, then the Thompsons run away. So for the Thompsons to get that early lead and then Onondaga to battle back has to give them confidence and make them think, hey, we can play with these guys. Another issue that comes up that I find interesting is, we talked about there aren't a lot of lefty forwards for the Thompsons. They have a lot of righty forwards, and a lot of them are going back and playing defense. I mean, Dane Smith has played defense, but a lot of these guys, Lyle Thompson is very good on defense, but he's not a pure defenseman. Miles Thompson has played some defense, not a pure defenseman. These guys are going back and playing with the handful of real defenders they've got, and maybe Onondaga can take advantage of that if they can keep the ball moving and confuse some of these guys who are pressed into defensive duty.
building on your point, and really for both teams, defense, they're going to have to play really good defense to win this game. You have two outstanding offenses. Whichever defense performs better should end up winning here.
Yeah, that's the conundrum, right? Of when you think of great offensive teams, what's going to happen in the game? The defense is going to make a difference. If you can control what the other team is doing, that will be huge. We're just about ready to go. Devin Buckshot is at the face-off circle. Vaughn Harris is stalking it, circling about. Now he will step in. And Heine Thompson and Edmund Cathers making their way to their respective nets. Cathers gets there first, makes sure it's in the position he likes. Heine Thompson still on his way. And it actually looks, watching him walk to the net, he's walking slowly. It looks like he might have a little bit of a limp. I'm wondering if Heine just did, just something, just tweaked an ankle or a knee or something, just a minor thing, and didn't want to be running, and they thought they'd be better off having him between the pipes where he's not going to have to go as far. Thompson brothers get first possession in this second period of 3, and there's a wide open net for Tyson Bell on the back door. We told you he's been doing a good job on forward, and he takes the pass from Kyle Buchanan and deposits it to make it 4-2. Thompson brothers just 20 seconds into the second period.
This is what you fear if you're Onondaga defensively. A quick win off the face-off, and Tyson Bell just performing a nice cut and a nice shot. And now it's a 4-2 lead. Onondaga cannot let the Thompson brothers create separation here.
Vaughn Harris pulls it back, picks it up, tries to get away from Adam Yee. Will hand it off to Dane Smith and let him run ahead. Kyle Buchanan throws behind the net to Palace. He sees a cutting Dane Smith who tried to just tennis racket it in as he was in midair. It goes wide, but Tyson Bell's got it. He tries to get it to Smith. It skips away from him. Cathers picks it up. Bounce pass ahead to McCoy Abrams. Priolo's tracking him down. Quinn Palace is already there. Palace, another guy who has played some defense, not primarily a defender. Zach Reed and Steve Priolo are. There's Brett Bucktooth, who's played a fairly substantial amount of defense. What a great play. Cam Simpson, you talked about him being a terrific offensive talent. He really is. The diving sweep shot just inside the far post.
Yeah, Cam Simpson, one of the better players in this tournament, has done a phenomenal job in terms of just getting open and making quality plays. His vision is really good when he's looking at the net, and that's why his shots are fairly accurate.
4-3. Onondaga responds. And then Quinn Palace looks like he's going to win the faceoff. He does get possession for Thompson brothers. Steve Priolo looking for someone off the bench. Hard pass to Miles Thompson. Durston over to Oakes. His shot stopped by Cathers. Comes back to Oakes but bounces away. Lee Nanikov will get it. He's being chased down by Oakes. Nice speed by Seth Oakes. There's a pass to Halftown. He can't bury it. So that's Corey Thompson, 51. There's a shot at the other end, and just like that, Lyle Thompson responds for the Thompson brothers. The save at one end turns into a goal at the other. 5-3.
Yeah, if you're Onondaga, you can't allow that to happen in transition. There's too many free runners for these Thompson brothers. And the Thompson brothers, whether it's Miles or Lyle or even Heine, who's in the goal right now, they'll make you pay.
I don't think Heine's going to score today, though.
No, probably not.
You never know. You never know. These guys can do some things. But Vaughn Harris picks up that loose ball with the face-off win. Avoids the check from Bucktooth. And scores. Wow, just kind of out of nowhere. Everyone, I think, was looking to see who he was going to pass to. He had Tyson Bell, he had Kyle Buchanan. He keeps it himself and just bounces a long shot in. That's a bit of a shocker.
Yeah. Again, this is what you fear. You just think there's a little bit more talent and quickness offensively on the Thompson brothers' side, and they just displayed it again. They can score in bunches and get on serious runs. Onondaga needs to stop allowing them to do that.
Of course, that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Matt Noble comes up with the ball off the faceoff. They're going to run 3-on-2, and now the Thompson brothers get back. Take away transition, but a chance for Noble, and he is flattened by Bill O'Brien. Here's Zach Reed. Sees 3 black jerseys And we'll just toss it over to Kyle Buchanan and head to the bench. Penalty coming for a slash, as there's a broken stick out on the floor. A shaft snapped right in half. As Tyson Bell is going to go. He was in the middle of the bench waiting to hear his number called. They said 44, in you go. And Onondaga with a power play going to try and close this 3-goal gap with a 1-minute man advantage. Cam Simpson throws it down low, gets it back up top. Peter Jacobs is running things from the point. There's Bucktooth behind his back. There's a rebound, another chance for Onondaga, but a big save by Heine Thompson. That ball is loose. Cam Simpson gets it, throws it down. Shot by Nantico, stopped by Heine Thompson. What hustle there by Onondaga, and Lee Nantico has the ball. That was Cam Simpson making that possible. Peter Jacobs throws it down low. Wade Bucktooth is up at the top now. They've switched up one player. That low shot stopped by Heine Thompson as Nanticoke was going for the 5-hole. Here's Dane Smith ahead to Durston off the bench. Oh, great fakes. I actually thought he'd shot on the second of those fakes. Edmund Cathers may have as well, as Durston then pulled the ball down low and just flung it into the bottom of the net.
It's now 6 different goal scorers for the Thompson brothers. And that just defines their diverse attack offensively. Anybody can score on you at any time.
Devin Buckshot and Vaughn Harris back to center floor. Thompson brothers once again with possession. They've made it 7-3. There's Palace to the back door to Tyson Bell. That was Lyle Thompson making the pass. He wanted it back. Dane Smith takes it up at the top. Lyle Thompson comes to set a pick. There's the roll. Smith was covered well, though. Oh, and the pass from Smith intended for one of either Miles or Lyle Thompson, and it just coasts into the net. That is a tough break for Edmund Cathers, as he was looking to see who was going to catch the pass, and it floated past everybody.
Yeah, really good job again. Thompson brothers just know where the net is real quick, and they know how to score in bunches. It's hard. Onondaga needs to find a way. Let's see.
Ball picked up by Steve Priolo after Quinn Palace drew it back through his legs. Kyle Buchanan looking to the pass off to Durston off the bench. He tried to float one over Cathers. It almost worked. It was just a little bit too high. He had Cathers going down. Vaughn Harris gives it to Kyle Buchanan. Oakes tries to pass behind the net. Cathers goes to grab it, and there has to be a holding penalty, but it's going to be a goal. Durston was spun by the neck, but the ball came out to one of the Thompson brothers, and they buried it. I was actually watching Durston try and regain his balance and didn't see who put it in. Who scored that?
Steve Priolo, number 23.
There you go.
Actually, they just picked him up. They were talking before pregame.
What's that?
They were talking over there during the last game, and they were talking about when Priolo came running on, they said they picked me up. So
I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's been here for all 6 games this weekend.
Yeah.
So maybe he meant, he's probably talking to somebody saying they picked him up for the tournament.
Yeah. Because
he posted a picture of himself on his hotel bed with all the swag that these guys got for being part of this. Thompson Brothers sponsored athletes, and saying thanks for having me along. So probably what he meant. Heine Thompson with another save. And once again, Thompson not an experienced or regular goaltender, but you can see he does a pretty good job between the pipes. They wouldn't just throw him in there. They want to win. And they wouldn't throw him in if they thought it was going to cost them the game. Buchanan behind the back to Palace, who can't quite catch it. Phillips goes after him. There's Troy Lyons. Nice shot, but the save by Cathers. Penalty coming to Brian Phillips as he knocked down Quinn Palace in front.
See if they can capitalize on this penalty.
You know, it's a two-edged sword when you play that physical, aggressive style, trying to take someone out of their game. You risk taking penalties, and Brian Phillips, that is his MO, as with many of these big Onondaga defenders, is to punish you physically and make you pay a price to play offense. And sometimes there's Bubba Thompson up top, and it's Jerome Sr. at the point of the power play. Troy Lyons goes in. Pass up to Bubba Thompson. They want him to shoot. He rips it. Save Cathers. Rebound by Brett Bucktooth. And Jerome Thompson goes into the middle. Durston, one-hand pass over to Troy Lyons. There's the cutting Durston. Noble checking him. Back up top. It's knocked down. But Durston goes after it. Gets the ball. Dip and dunk. And there's a bit of a tussle here. Troy Lyons has his helmet ripped off by Junior Bucktooth, and Lyons is enjoying being part of this club. We'll see how the penalties work out as Brett Bucktooth pushes Matt Noble away and gives him a tap and has a little smile. Bucktooth is going to deliver his helmet. Didn't quite catch the explanation whether it was 1 and 3 on each side. I don't think the official scorers could hear either exactly what the explanation was.
They're still discussing.
1:10 left in this second period. It's 9-3 in favor of the Thompson brothers, and the official scorers still want to hear what exactly. Not sure if they said 1 and 3 and 1 and 3.
I think 1 for Lions.
Okay, it's 1 minute for Troy Lyons and 3 minutes for Junior Bucktooth. So that's why we're going 4 on 4, because in 1 minute, when a Lions penalty expires, he will be able to come back out on the floor, and Bucktooth will have 2 more minutes to serve. Dane Smith will start with the ball up top. Vaughn Harris joining him. Durston and Bell, the other players on the floor for the Thompson brothers. Dane Smith, watched by Dan Rogers. Pass to Bell. He ducks underneath Noble. Tries to deposit it back on the near side, but Cather stops that. Couple of Onondaga Redhawks get together and take control. Dan Rogers with the ball, looking forward, throws it to a man coming off the bench. Buckshot, Devin Buckshot gets a screen. Kind of ran himself almost out of his best shooting angle. And Benedict picks it up. Redhawks with 18 seconds in the period, but now the ball is loose along the floor in the corner. Buckshot tries to get it. Reed watching him, or Hunter Hemlock, sorry. The referee's stopping and saying they whistle, they wait for a reset. They wanted it reset a long time ago. We're going to see how, I think they're putting some time back on the clock. Nope, there's going to go 7.3. Not sure what that stoppage was for, but whoa. Okay, that shot was deflected. I thought it was just a crazy hook. Last second shot by Lee Nanticoke is turned aside by Heiner Thompson. It's 9-3 after 1 period of play. 9 seconds left in Troy Lyons penalty. 2:09 in Junior Bucktooth. I am Steven Stamp with Tom Scavetta. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the third period of this LASNAI semifinal. We are back ready to get underway here at the LASNAI. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Stamp. I'm joined by Tom Scavetta. We've been together all weekend. The odd break here and there, but it's been a lot of calling this weekend. It's been a lot of fun.
This is game number 61 of the weekend.
How many have we called?
Pretty sure.
Because we didn't do the ones outdoors.
No.
So we've done a lot of lacrosse games. And you're fairly new to box. You've done a great job. You're really getting your legs under you.
Been working on it game by game. It's just experience. And what a great way to start right here.
No kidding. This is a fantastic tournament. The Alice Hrabesky Memorial of North America. And it is only going to grow from here. Thompson Brothers get possession off the opening faceoff of the third period. They lead 9-3. They're now on a power play for 2 minutes, and they can score 2 goals on that man advantage. Tyson Bell tries to duck underneath Yee, throws it back up top to Dane Smith. Vaughn Harris takes the ball, goes down low to Kyle Buchanan, doesn't like the look, so he throws it over. Comes to Troy Lyons. Troy Lyons on the power play. That pass from Smith is knocked down, but Tyson Bell tracks it. 4 seconds to shoot, so Dane Smith will let one go. Goes off Cathers and picked up by Vaughn Harris, a fresh 30 for Thompson Brothers. Just what Onondaga does not need. Troy Lyons up top to Smith. That shot by Harris almost looked like a pass to Tyson Bell. It's going to go back over and roll all the way down to Heine Thompson in the net, wearing the Tendy shirt that was intended originally for Mike Poulin, but the Troy Lions filled so capably for them to this point in the tournament, and now Heine Thompson taking that spot. Here's Onondaga. Leroy Halftown, gets to the far side. Lee Nantico has the ball stripped. It's going to roll into the crease, and Heine Thompson will make the outlet pass up to Dane Smith. Once again, we see Dane Smith, the NLL MVP from 2 years ago, passing to Lyle Thompson, the reigning NLL MVP. It's a pretty impressive lineup. Got all kinds of all-star nods. There is Troy Lyons. Pass across, and the shot, quick shot, goes off the foot of Edmund Cathers and up out of play. The bronze medal game will be at 8 o'clock tonight. There's a behind-the-back pass shot by Miles Thompson. And the gold medal game will be at 9 o'clock. Those games will be up about half an hour to 45 minutes after they finish. They have to be processed and then posted. We will get them up as soon as possible for you. But just keep the games flowing. By the time you watch this one, the other ones should be up. That ball comes over and back, and it will be possession to the Onondaga Redhawks, and Junior Bucktooth out of the penalty box will pass it off. Corey Thompson steps back. The big athletic righty throws it across to McCoy Abrams. Wade Bucktooth is going to try a shot through traffic, and it's a beauty. Once again, the stick has eyes that the shooter doesn't as he reaches around the screen, knows exactly where he's going, and bounces it inside the near post.
That's what Onondaga needed to start of this quarter. If they want any type of chance at coming back, they need a run. It needs to start now. You can't let the Thompson brothers get extra possessions like they have been the last few times. Luckily, they haven't scored yet in this period.
3 minutes into this third period, it's now 9-4 in favor of the Thompson brothers. And Onondaga with 6 players on the floor. Matt Noble will go off, and that cost them about 15 seconds as they were waiting for play to resume. Here comes Quinn Palace off the faceoff. Passes over to Kyle Buchanan. There's Tyson Bell. Ducks and shoots and bounces it in. Great play by Bell after nifty passing from Palace and Buchanan. 10-4. Not what Onondaga needs, but more examples of the greatness of this Thompson Brothers club.
Yeah, Tyson Bell, he can pass, he can shoot, he can do it all. And he's quick, and he can play defense as well. So,
well, he is a defender. That's the crazy thing, right? Yeah, I mean, you said it there, all there. Like, he's a defensive guy, and look at the skill he's got. I'm still waiting for Bill O'Brien to get a goal, though. That ball bounces away. O'Brien picks it up. He's going for a run. He's grabbed by Noble. Ball pops out. Now O'Brien's going to go to the bench. But yeah, I mean, you just pretty much encapsulated the Thompson brothers' mystique. It's that a defender is up there, and he's got that kind of skill. It shows you how tough they are to play against. Here is Dane Smith protecting the ball as it was touched by an Onondaga player. So he protects it, makes sure it's not a back over, picks it up. There's a save by Cathers on Durston. He's going to fight and get the loose ball back. Maybe thinking about a diving dunk shot, but he was warded off. And Brett Bucktooth will get it to Dane Smith. 4 righties out once again for the Thompson brothers. Seth Oakes shoots through traffic, stopped by Cathers. There's a breakout pass, just a little bit too far for Lee Nanticoke, who'll run through the crease like he's buzzing a punt returner who's called for a fair catch and heads back to the bench.
It's a good reference there.
Thank you. Wow, universal approval. John Galvin likes it. Tom Scavetta likes it. Hopefully you all enjoyed it at home. And here is Troy Lyons' shoulder save. And you get the feeling that the Thompson brothers would love to see Troy Lyons get a goal here. Here's a breakout for Onondaga. Peter Jacobs, great pass. Nice shot around the world. Doesn't quite find home for Oris Edwards. Sorry, that was Leroy Halftown. Lyle Thompson knocked down by Brian Phillips, who's going to scoop up the ball. And it'll be a penalty. Check from behind. Onondaga complaining, but I was actually surprised I didn't see referee's hands going up. And it's the referee that was down in the corner we can't really see that calls it. It's going to be 1 minute, so the Thompson brothers will go to the power play. And, you know, Troy Lyons was a last-minute addition to this club when Mike Poulin couldn't make it. He was brought in to play net. He's done a great job for them. And I think it's really cool with Heine Thompson going in net that they're giving him the chance to come and play as a forward, and that they've been putting him on the power play is really neat. Seth Oakes to Durston. His shot misses. Dan Rogers tries to grab it, but it's Kyle Buchanan winding up with it. Actually, it pops out, and Miles Thompson will get it. Backdoor pass, but Durston can't bury it. Noble comes up. He's going to run behind his net. Looking for somebody. He's got Rogers up ahead. He actually gets to Benedict, who throws it at Rogers. Gets it back after it bounces off, and now he's going to try and throw it to Rogers, or is he going to shoot? Benedict, tied up by Bill O'Brien, falls to the floor, misses the shot. Dan Rogers has it. 5 on the shot clock, so Rogers takes one. That goes up and scores! Dan Rogers. The shot hits. Heine Thompson goes way up. I was watching to see if it would touch the rafters. It missed by a couple of feet. Comes down while Heine Thompson is turned around trying to see where it is and spins up into the top part of the net.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a goal just drop near touching the ceiling and then just falling in the net.
And I'm just watching to see is it going to touch the ceiling. It's coming down, and Heine has turned around. I was thinking, oh, wait a second, and it happened. Dan Rogers jubilant after that interesting goal. Zach Reed banging over Adam Yee, then runs into Matt Noble. Here's a shot by Brett Bucktooth. It goes off into the corner after being blocked. Behind the back pass, and Brian Phillips takes that one. Onondaga gets out of trouble. Phillips going for a rumble. Steve Priolo running along with him. There's Oris Edwards. Spins, shoots. That one goes wide. Brian Phillips has it. Priolo on him. They try and get the pass through. The shot clock is about to expire. Here goes Dane Smith. Steve Priolo with him, and Quinn Pallas. Nanticoke racing back. Great hustle, and he takes Dane Smith out of the play on the attempted give and go. Priolo bangs his man into the boards, but Simpson still comes up with it. Now it's knocked loose, and Simpson, though, is going to get position on Priolo. He's pushed down, and that'll be a loose ball push and Onondaga ball. Great effort by Cam Simpson. I'll tell you, you mentioned how well he's played this tournament. He was at least this good last year. Sorry, my voice just went away. You want to take it for a second? I'm just going to have a drink.
Yeah, Cam Simpson with real hustle points there. As that's going to be wiped off. And the ball is going to go back to the Thompson brothers. Here they come. And a quick shot there by Lyle Thompson. And a save. James Cathers, what a save. And the Thompson brothers get it back off the poke stick. It's Hunter Hemlock. Over to Oakes, and we'll give it back to Stamper.
All right, Seth Oakes takes the ball. Thanks there, Tom. Adam Yee checking him. Somebody's lost a glove. I think it's Adam Yee. Yeah, he's playing with one. There's a fake by Durston. 10 left on the shot clock. He fakes it. He's going to pass it out. Still hanging on to the ball. Now he gets it over to Troy Lyons, who rips it. That one's stopped by Edmund Cathers. And he goes into the goalie freeze position to not let that ball trickle out.
No, not at all. Cathers, he's not playing a bad game. I mean, the Thompson brothers have 10 goals, but that offense is so tough to protect the net against.
It really is. Adam Yee is going to go to the box for 1 minute. We are coming down to the final 2 minutes of this semi. It's looking very much like our championship game will be the Frog Pond Maulers against the Thompson Brothers Elite Lacrosse. Should be fantastic. Before that, though, we'll have a bronze medal game. There's a quick shot and a goal by Seth Oakes, giving him a hat trick on the game, making it 11-5 on the power play. 1:51 to go. We are into stop time here in the final couple of minutes. And our bronze medal game, of course, before that will be these Onondaga Redhawks facing off against the Casey Powell World Lacrosse Foundation.
As long as the score holds up, Thompson Brothers with a 6-goal lead, just 1:51 left.
I feel confident.
Yeah.
Everyone battling for it. It's Buchanan that comes away with it. Durston, nice behind the back pass. Buchanan tried to just tennis racket it in, but the one touch didn't quite work. He does get it back. Durston will come out. Vaughn Harris is up at the top. Brett Bucktooth swings around. His shot way over the net, and Junior Bucktooth grabs it. He's going to make the long outlet pass to Lean Anticoke. He'll try and get it off the boards, but Bill O'Brien is there. And a soft hit from Bill O'Brien. Didn't want to take a loose ball foul, so he just got himself in position and slightly bodied Nanticoke. There's Durston. 1:08 to go. Durston directing traffic with a nod of the head. Troy Lyons. We haven't seen Bubba Thompson for a bit. Is he still down there on the bench?
Yep.
All right.
Standing up.
Oh, yeah, there he is on the back. Enjoying watching his sons and their friends play lacrosse. Much as he has for their entire lives, I'm sure. What a great family the Thompsons are. Long outlet pass to Troy Bennett. Great catch. The shot, the save. No, it's a goal. What an outlet pass. That was gorgeous. And the finish by Troy Benedict, just sneaking it through Heine Thompson. Great play, Onondaga, and they are celebrating like they've just scored a touchdown, which it kind of looked like.
Onondaga, they're not going to come away with the win here, but they're playing one heck of a game against these Thompson brothers. It's very difficult to do.
I was saying the Thompson brothers, I talked to their mom in the Onondaga at the Worlds a couple of years ago, and I've always been so impressed with the Thompson boys. You can't help but be. Quinn Pallas gets the ball back. You meet their father and their mother, and you understand where it comes from. All the stuff they're doing as the Thompson Brothers lacrosse business, just fantastic. And an example is the little clinic they put on, a free clinic for Native youth outside the arena today, and kids absolutely loving it. You saw them come into the game. It's a good crowd tonight cheering on the Thompson Brothers and Onondaga because they love their Redhawks here. Shot clock expires just before Miles Thompson can get a shot off. 1.6 seconds to go. And, much of the crowd is here for the Redhawks. This is their home area, and they love the Redhawks here. Much of the lacrosse world loves the Thompson brothers. And Heine Thompson headbutts the ball as it bounces down to him after the clock expires. Terrific performance by the Thompson brothers. Excellent effort by the Onondaga Redhawks. They won't want to hear that. They wanted to come and win, but they did acquit themselves well.
They did. They did an excellent job, Stamper, but the Thompson brothers survive and advance.
So it will be an 8 o'clock bronze medal final and then a 9 o'clock gold medal final. At 8, it will be Onondaga Redhawks and Casey Powell World Lacrosse. At 9 o'clock, the big showdown, the Frog Pond Maulers. We'll see if they can take on and succeed against Thompson Brothers Lacrosse. For Tom Scavetta and for our producer and cameraman, John Galvin, I am Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us for the LASNAI. There's more to come.